Hey everyone, Jeremy here, and it's almost time to go back to school. I know it's a time that a lot of people aren't looking forward to, but we have to do it anyway. So, in order to soften the blow a little bit, I put together a list of some apps and games for iOS and Android that I think will be very beneficial for your back to school stuff. We're talking about games, we're talking about services that can help you in your back to school activities. And if you see something that I've not included on this list, feel free to put it in the comments because you could help someone out. So without further ado, let's get to the list.
First up is a great little game called Scurvy Scallywags. It costs $1.99 normally from the Apple App Store, and it's a match 3 game, but also has an RPG and roguelike mechanics to it. You swipe across the screen, collecting items as you go, and you can also run into enemies. And when you fight those enemies, you beat them, you can have a little loot drop, and you'll get things like gold or parts for your ship or money. And with that money, you can use to go into the skills store, and you can buy yourself different weapons, and you can buy yourself different customizations for your character, and then you can sell all of that stuff that you match on each stage too, so it's not completely useless. It's actually going towards your gold. And you can also build up a better ship that will help your character as well. I played this game for a long time, and it's pretty great. Next up is Ridiculous Fishing. It's a very simple and awesome game. The main objective is to throw your line into the water and go as deep as you possibly can, trying to avoid as many fish as you can until you can get all the way into the depths. And when you finally inevitably do run into a fish, your line will start to go right back up to the ship. And at that point, you have to gather as many fish as you can. Good fish and bad fish lurk within the water, so you have to collect as many good fish as you can all the way until you get to the very top of the surface. And once you do that, the ridiculous part starts. Your fisherman takes out a variety of weapons and shoots the fish, absolutely guns them down in the air for money. And you can take that money and move it on over to the in-game store, where you can buy different things such as lures that help you go deeper. You can have different weapons, different items for your character to wear. You know, it's all fairly priced, and with that kind of stuff, it really helps you to play the game for a lot longer. Taking photos is also a really big part of going to school, which is why I want to show you Photo Editor by Avery. It's a free app for iOS and Android, and you can do a lot of basic things, adding filters and adjusting brightness and contrast and everything. But the coolest feature to me is called Splash, and it allows you to color in certain portions of your picture as opposed to others. So as you can see here, if I want to only color a certain part of these Lego minifigures, I simply go into the Smart Color mode, tap on wherever I want in the photo, and when you drag your finger around, the only thing that's going to be colored is the specific color that you chose. It's not going to color the background. It's not going to color the other parts of the vest or anything like that. It's just going to be orange because that's what I selected. Now, it can be a variety of colors, not just orange. It really just depends on whatever you are trying to color in. It can help you add a lot more artistic value to the photos that you take. It's not a perfect science, but you can also go into free color mode and do that. Inevitably, you're going to have to work with someone, and you're going to have to collaborate, and that's where Google Drive comes in. It's great. You can share all your files in the cloud, you can store them in offline, and there are iOS and Android apps, so it really doesn't matter what mobile platform you're on if you're away from your computer. But the best feature to me for school is the collaboration feature, which you can see all your teammates' contributions in real time, along with their name in the upper right corner of their typing cursor to let you know exactly what they're doing. And Google Drive, to me, is a really great option. Now we're going to bring it back to the games with Quadropus Rampage. This is a free game for iOS and Android, and it's a roguelike brawler, which means that the main objective is to defeat as many enemies as you can without dying. And when you eventually do die, you have to start all over again, but you still get to retain some skills and stuff. So you're playing as an octopus who has access to a variety of weapons that enemies drop, and you go along the various floors of this dungeon, and you're just trying to defeat every enemy on that floor. If you just so happen to fall off the platform, you don't die, but you will lose some health. I found the controls in this game to be mostly good, but as far as moving goes, it can be a little bit tricky to navigate really tight corners and falling off the edges. So you will find lots of weapons around that you'll be able to immediately equip, and you can see right there on the screen the various attributes and what gives them a bonus over the weapon that you currently have. And you also have a special ability, a giant smash move, and you can also temporarily shield yourself with a bit of a bubble shield that will eventually dissipate, and you'll have to wait for it to charge back up again. So this game is great for just really quick pickup on the go. You don't have a lot of time. You just want to get a few good games in, few good matches in, and that's all good. And eventually, when you die, you can take all the money that you've earned into the store, and you can upgrade your abilities, your attacks, your agility, your vitality, your rampage. You can do all of that, make your guys stronger, so the next time you go into those dungeons, you'll be better prepared and you'll last even longer. This next one is really more of a combination of app and services. This is the Kindle app, and it's free for iOS and Android and also other platforms as well. But in terms of going back to school, it's great for getting textbooks, because textbooks can cost ridiculous amounts of money when you're in school, and you don't even use some of them half the time. So with the Kindle textbook service, you can rent textbooks for however long you want, somewhere between 30 and 360 days, and you only pay for the time that you're actually going to be using it for. And Amazon says they can save you about 80%, up to 80% on the textbooks. And then once you buy it, you can go into the Kindle app and you can access that textbook wherever you have a Kindle app. And if you also want an alternative to that, pretty soon Google is going to be offering up textbooks as well. It's not available yet, but it will be in August. So it's just another competing service that hopefully means lower prices for everyone. You can't always have your head buried in textbooks all the time, so for all you comic lovers out there, I recommend checking out Comixology. If you haven't heard of it, it's a service that provides you with a ton of comics, both paid and free comics that are cross-platform, so you can download them onto your account and access them from your Android app or your iOS app. It really doesn't matter because it's all your account. And when you download those comics, they're not that big. They take a very short time to complete, and then you can immediately start reading them. You can go into the guided view technology, which gives you smooth transitions throughout the different panels, and depending on the panel itself, you can turn it horizontally or vertically in order to get the best aspect ratio for yourself. So Comixology, check it out. It's good stuff.
So there you go. I really hope that list was helpful to you in any way. And once again, help out your fellow back to schoolers and put down in the comments something that you think will help them out in their back to school activities. Put down a game or an app or whatever it is that you think can help kill some time or just make things easier. The more people we can get to contribute to this, the more pleasant going back to school will be. So thanks for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.